What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Philip with Geared Towards Automotive, and on today's video we're going to be covering another hot topic of how to buy cars during a coronavirus pandemic. So what are the best April car deals for shoppers who need to buy amid the coronavirus pandemic? It's no secret that manufacturers and dealerships have taken a huge hit, but you can quite possibly benefit from this. And if you have to buy a vehicle during these times, some people still need cars. You may be getting some money back from the government, which you could treat like a tax return and put that towards a down payment. I'll be covering 4 of the best deals right now in April to go out and buy a vehicle. So without further ado, stay tuned, check out this video to learn the 4 best deals on the cars you can get in April during coronavirus. So which cars are worth a closer look? After reading a quick article by cars.com, they highlighted some of these vehicles, so I'll call them out for you and show them on the screen as well as I'm reading through this. But the first one, which is not a big surprise, is the Buick Encore, which is a nice 4-door SUV on the smaller side, but of course the 2020 Buick Encore has a little bit of a refreshed look. It is a nice looking vehicle, but it is a Buick, so it's no surprise to me that you're going to be able to get a really good deal on this vehicle. So yes, Buick's parent company, GM Financial, is offering deferred payments for up to 120 days, not 90 days, 120 days for new vehicle buyers. This depends on your credit. So the loan terms are 0% as well for up to 84 months for buyers with the best credit. Now note that people with lesser credit can get you pay higher rates, but you can get the payment deferral, which is nice because you're going to be pushing it out 120 days. It's a really long time to not have a car payment. So in the past, when I was in the car business, that's a really big deal. You can trade in a vehicle, get rid of a vehicle, get your money from the government, put that towards a vehicle, and then be able to pay your other bills for 90 to 120 days while that burden of a car payment is not weighing down on you. So really awesome. Take a look at the 2020 Buick Encore, and then you may be wondering, how much cash can I save? So we'll be covering that for each vehicle as well. So according to this article, which was posted on the 9th, you can save as much as 18%, depending on selected trim level. So now through April 30th, Buick is offering $4,500 off all of the Encore's trims except the base 1SV, which is standard practice for that brand apparently. So yeah, the vehicle did kind of just come out, but at the same time, GM and Buick are always pretty heavily discounting their vehicles. So it's no surprise you're always going to be able to get a good deal, especially now on that vehicle. So go check that one out. That's number 1. Now on to number 2. All right, next up on the list we have the 2020 Kia Optima. Again, this one doesn't come as a surprise because with Kia and Hyundai's, which are the same brand, you can typically get a pretty good discount no matter what time of year, what holiday, or what's going on in the world. But with pretty much every automotive manufacturer halting production at some point in the past month, you're going to be able to get a better deal than normal on the Kia Optima. So this is the 2020 model, and there is, again, no surprise, special financing and deferred payments. So for credit-worthy customers, that's important, you can defer payments for up to 120 days again before you have to make that first payment, and get 0% for up to 75 months. That's pretty big, again, because the last time I heard of 0% for that long was probably back when I started in the car business in like 2010, 2011, right around the tsunami, right around the when we were coming out of the 2008 crisis. So I haven't seen 0% for that long, more than 5 years in quite a while. So to be able to get up to 10 to 16%, according to this article, trim level depending, off on a Kia Optima, which is already aggressively priced, and defer that for that long at 0% free money, it's a no-brainer. Definitely go check out the vehicle, the 2020 Kia Optima, which I've also done videos on and reviews on my channel, so you can check that out as well. And then you may be wondering, well, what about the Kia Optima Hybrid? Well, glad you asked. So as far as financing goes, 120 days deferred also applies to the hybrid and the plug-in hybrid, as well as the regular version. So for cash back, No deals currently exist for the plug-in hybrid, but you can get up to $4,000 off of all trims of the Optima hybrid, which is 13% at a minimum. That's massive. All right, let's move on to number 3, which, no surprise, comes from Nissan. Now, Nissan, of course, is also known for having great prices, great loyalty to their customer base as well. I think as long as you're on time, I've been told by people who work for Nissan, if you're on time for any payments, or actually all of your payments, whether your credit sucks or not, you can literally get a loan like that from Nissan. So with that on top of these other programs they have going on, kind of putting everything on the table to keep their customer base happy and still make sales during the pandemic as well. So the 2020 Nissan Murano, if you're trading up from the smaller model or looking to get into an SUV, now through May 4th, so not even the end of the month, a little bit past, which is probably the end of their month, they're offering deferred payments for up to 90 days as well as 0%, no surprise, for the 2020 Murano qualified shoppers. So qualified credit, of course, and how much cash can you save? Well, anywhere from 7% to as much as 15% off depending on the trim. I would imagine the lower trim levels are more of a savings than the higher, more luxury models with leather and all the bells and whistles and features like moonroofs and navigation. So the higher end SL, you can get up to $6,000 off, and the platinum trims as well. There are additional savings if you choose to finance through Nissan as well. So like I said, they are really loyal to their customers, and they try to keep you for as long as possible within that NMAC financing. So, but they usually have good financing offers, and it's a good reason to stay. So, all right, last but definitely not, well, okay, I take that back. Last but definitely least is the Chevy Bolt EV. I'm sure you can get a great deal in this car no matter what time of day or year or week. Not a big fan of this car. This car is ugly in my opinion, but apparently you can get huge savings on it, so let's jump in. 2020 Chevy Bolt EV. Yes, it's like the Buick, it's Chevy, it's a GM, it's all the same, right? So, but you can get deferred payments for 120 days for all new vehicle buyers. The loan terms for the Bolt EV are a little bit more restrictive, as they say. However, with 0% for up to 72 months for people with good credit, you can get that through April 30th. So how much can I save on the Chevy Bolt? Anywhere from 19 to 23%. So let's rewind. You can get almost a quarter of the price of the car off, which is insane. I would run to that dealership if you're in the market for that vehicle and steal it while you can. Year-over-year sales have increased by 36%, so maybe they're doing something right. Maybe it's the fact that everybody's leaning more towards eco-friendly vehicles, but you can get up to $8,500 off of that car right now. And no, this car is not available for a tax credit anymore. You may be wondering why. Well, they've changed all the laws. Can't really get into the legal aspect of it because I'm not a CPA or a lawyer, but just keep in mind, although you can't get the tax credit, you can get a huge savings on the vehicle. So that is it for the list of the 4 best deals you can get right now in April. If I didn't list anything that you think you can get a better deal on, this is just based on manufacturer rebates, so not based on other deals you can negotiate with the dealership and all the things you can work out locally on their end and discounts they're giving you. But please list any cars or anything you think I missed in the comments down below, and then check the description for this article. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and then share it with others who are shopping for vehicles. But until next time, we'll see you guys on the next video.